Good afternoon everyone and welcome to Crucible Chat. Yes, it's Saturday, it's that time of the week where I get to talk about whatever the hell I want. My name is Mike, otherwise known as the Gadget Addict, and today I want to talk about what makes a good YouTuber. You see, this week I started using Reddit again, and there was my first mistake. Yeah, I started using Reddit again and started looking through a load of YouTuber subreddits, like, you know, like our Let's Play videos, that kind of thing. Trying to broaden my horizons, as it were, like because I've amassed this kind of little group of YouTubers who I'm very good friends with, and I'm just trying to widen that circle slightly, trying to see if I can, you know, get new ideas or get feedback and that kind of thing. And in these subreddits, I found a lot of threads over the same subject of, like, how do you get big on YouTube? And they were all by little guys or guys about below my size, or even a couple of thousand or so bigger than me. And I was sat there thinking, well, why do you want to be big on YouTube? I mean, I know why anybody wants to be big on YouTube. They want to quit their day job and play games for a living. Yay, we'd all love to do that, but come on, let's face facts. Life isn't that fair. Even the best of us, it's very unlikely that we'll get to that point where we can be making enough regularly from YouTube to quit our day jobs. So I didn't respond into any of these threads. I decided to step back from it, but I did read a lot of it. But then what it got me thinking is, well, okay, so the way to get to that point in your life where success might come and you might be able to make a living from YouTube, you've got to be good. And that's the point. So then it got me thinking, well, what makes a good YouTuber? And I started looking at the people that I'm subscribed to. And then I started looking at the people that they're subscribed to, and so on and so forth. You know, I did a bit of research around. It's been a very quiet week of work, put it that way. But I've been looking at a lot of other channels, and a lot of channels where people have gone, oh my god, this guy's the greatest, down all the way down to, oh my god, this guy's terrible. And then I started looking at bigger YouTubers and smaller YouTubers, and this is kind of what I've been finding. So, using my channel as a kind of baseboard, I've been getting some feedback, so I know what I'm doing right, I know what I'm doing wrong from other people. And I can look, step back far enough at my channel, look objectively and realise this. But what I'm doing is largely not bad. You know, there are a couple of things, like technical stuff and niggles, and some people don't like the fact that I swear so much, which, fair enough. But by and large, I'm doing alright. And then I look at someone like the Rad Brat, who was part of the inspiration for me actually starting YouTube. He's got over 3 million subscribers, he gets hundreds of thousands of views, he gets all the games early and all that kind of thing. What I'm doing is not different to him. I'm doing almost exactly the same thing that he's doing. And then I look at Epic Name Bro, who was the other inspiration for me. He's about 300,000 subscribers, he's very deep in the Dark Souls community and that kind of thing. And again, what I'm doing is not a million miles away from what he's doing. So, and I'm talking stylistically here, like my way of presenting, the fact that I don't really use facecam unless it's Soma, and probably that'll just be for horror games, the kind of games that I play, the fact that I do long form Let's Plays, you know, because there are so many Let's Play channels that'll get a game and do one 15-minute, really severely cut episode about it, and then move on to something else. You know, they'll play for 2 hours, cut it right the way down to 15 minutes, and boom, there's my Let's Play, where I actually play the games all the way through, as does Epic Name Bro and the Rad Brat. So then I started looking around other channels who do the same as me. And I started looking down, so for instance, Lady Azabat's Adventure, she does a lot of fantasy games, she does a lot of PC games, she plays them through to completion. I mean, her Dragon Age Origins series is about 30 parts, and she's very good at it. And then I looked at Vance the Hedgehog. He's doing a Tomb Raider Let's Play, and Let's Playing for him is a new thing because he's always been primarily a commentator. You know, he played through Lego Batman 3 with his wife, and now he's playing through Tomb Raider on his own, and he's doing the same thing like I'm doing, like a lot of us are doing, playing through the whole game and serializing it. And just looking at these handful of channels, we're all the same. The difference is the subscriber number. You know, we're all good on the mic, we all know how to talk to our subscribers, we all know how to talk to people. The difference is, obviously, when you started it, whether you caught that YouTube bubble early enough, but also kind of it is just the amount of subscribers and the amount of exposure that they've had. So this, in my mind, seems unfair, because people who are lower on the scale often deserve to be higher, and people who are higher on the scale often deserve to be lower. I'm probably not making myself very clear here, but I'm going to carry on with this stream of consciousness as I'm going. So I want to try and do things a bit differently. I saw a video this week from Apocalypse, where he was having a good old rant about people who are larger channels not helping out smaller channels. And that comes from a personal place with him, with situations that he's been in. But it kind of struck a chord, because when I was small, when I was little, I used to beg for help. I used to beg for shout-outs and for mentions and that kind of thing. You know, in the vain hope that someone out there would give me a shout-out, and it would mean 1 million subscribers would come straight into my channel. And obviously that never happened, and I've kind of had to work on my channel and build it up through sheer grit and determination. But shout-outs do work, and mentions do work, and just kind of the YouTube community eventually does get lost, and like everyone comes into YouTube when they're under 100 subscribers thinking, oh my god, it's all about community and we'll all make such good friends. And I have made a lot of good friends, but I've made a lot of good friends on a personal level, not on a YouTube level. You know, there are people that I'll watch their channels and I'll watch their videos. I may not watch all of their videos, but you know, I will watch their videos, and I'll hit the like button and I'll leave a comment, but that seems to be as far as my interaction goes. And I kind of sometimes feel a bit bad about that, because I kind of think as I'm approaching 1,000 subscribers, I should at least be trying to help out my friends. So what I'm going to start doing, as a little kind of passive way of shouting out people, you look in the description below the video, I'm going to leave a list of channels in there, and they're going to be there all the time. Because this has some side benefits, shall we say, rather than me in every video going, hey, by the way, in the middle of me playing this game, go check this person out. That, you know, people don't like that. I don't like that. If I mention someone, like, you'll have seen the cards pop up when I mentioned Lady Asbat and Bans the Hedgehog in there. Yeah, go click their videos after you finish with this. Great. No, but the reason why I want to leave a list of channels that you should check out in my description is because it then indexes on Google. And so if you happen to be searching for these people, the more of my videos that I upload, the more kind of hits they get in Google, and the better it comes out. So just to mention the ones I'm going to put in there, and these are a lot of channels who, varying in size, they're all under 1,000 subscribers, they're varying in size, but they're all people that I really, really enjoy. So that'll be the likes of Lady Asbat, Flaming Monocle, Rent a Hero Gaming, Butamus, Bans the Hedgehog, Bipolar Bear, Sneaky Johnson, Higgsy, 007, and probably a few others that I'll stick in there as I remember and I go through my subscription list. Oh, Nelly Last as well, I'll put him in there, because he's awesome. So yeah, this is me being a good YouTuber. And this is me trying to set an example to others to be a good YouTuber. And the fact is, at the end of the day, this is a community. We all want the same thing. We all want people to see our videos, to enjoy our content. And you never know, maybe we'll get that brass knuckle, that brass ring further in the future, where we can go to our boss and go, here's my notice. What are you going to do for a living now? I'm going to make videos of video games. Yes. Because that's the dream after all, isn't it? Anyway, thank you for watching. Please do let me know what you think in the comments below. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and if you are new, I'll be back next week with more Crucible chat. For now though, thank you for watching, and good night.